Good afternoon. It's another brand new edition of a current affairs program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. My name is Ego Sagunlao, and on today's edition of the program, we're looking at something very, very interesting. It has to do with politicking ahead of the 2023 election and also the security situation in the country. I have very distinguished personalities and guests with me on set today. I have two clergymen. Archbishop Fred Agedo, nice to have you with us today.
Thank you.
I also have with us a very distinguished legal luminary, legal practitioner in Edo State, Dr. Eboigbe Eduwowo. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
And I have Apostle Kesi Chukwu, a man of God that, controls the youths, controls a huge population of the youths. Nice to have you with us today.
My pleasure. Good afternoon, everybody. You're welcome.
Okay, so we got this program started, Politicking. Don't forget that as we speak, so many aspirants are already jostling for the ticket of the ruling party, the APC, to be president. Only yesterday, a former governor of Lagos State, Ahmed Tinubu, visited President Buhari, and he addressed the press and said the president has told him, oh, if you're interested, go ahead. So many personalities, governors who are interested in becoming president have met with the president, and they all said they have the blessing of the president. Now, for the opposition party, the PDP, the issue of zoning cropped up, but that has also generated reactions. It has also created some kind of problems, and right now there are so many aspirants who also want to be president on the platform of the PDP. There are so many other political parties too with aspirants. Everybody wants to be, no, that would be a fallacy if I say that, but so many people aspire to be president of Nigeria. Probably, as they say, they have solution to the myriads of challenges bedeviling the country. But they must go through primaries before they can become candidates, presidential candidates. And also for states that will be contesting a governorship seat, they are also busy. Some for Senate, National Assembly, House of Rep, some for House of Assembly. So that's the political situation. But that has not removed the issue of security. The insecurity in Nigeria is very alarming and very disturbing. So we're going to be looking at these two issues. But we'll start with the political scene because of its importance to Nigeria, especially in 2023. But let's start with Archbishop Fred Agedo. He's have a very good and long relationship with politicians, so he knows them very well. Archbishop, are you surprised with the number of aspirants in the two major political parties? They all want to be president. Are you surprised?
Well, I am not really surprised because I discovered that the platform has been left for criminals and thieves.
No, we're not allowed that.
Okay. That the platform has been left for anybody.
Okay.
Anybody, when I mean anybody,
yes,
without dignity, without conscience, without looking at the antecedents and where he's coming from, just jump on the platform and say, I want to become president of Nigeria. And funny enough, if you see the amount of money they are using to acquire their forms,
expression of interest form.
A nation that is borrowing, a nation we say have no money, that poverty is the highest in the world, how could that become? So if I want to dig on that night, it looks as if I'm partisan. If I want to dig on that night, it look I'm finding fault on one side. But notwithstanding, all of them, let them tell us what they have. And let Nigerians select. But I want to advise Nigerians and those who are hearing the sound of my voice, anybody above 60 years must not be on that platform to seek Nigerian mandate and say, I want to rule this nation. It will not be allowed. We will not tolerate it. But thank God that the church has come out of their share right now. The church are very strong on this determination that we have left it for too long. We have left the platform for too long. For those who have taken politics to become an occupation, while we are men of God. So if politics and how you lead the people consign God, then what are we preaching on the pulpit? So we have come out. There, in fact, we are begging Christian Association of Nigeria, to look inwardly and correct that aspect to say a Christian or a church cannot be partisan. We are ready now. If not, let all the blocks in Cannes bring out one person to go to that platform, and then we now know that this is how they are. Let the Muslims are doing that. We are the ones that are saying Cannes. The Muslims also have their own association. So notwithstanding, we have left the game for too long for anybody to do, and we call it dirty game. So if you allow dirty people to rule on the dirty game or play dirty game, what do you expect to get back? Hunger is all over. The nation is crying. We are badly wounded, death everywhere. In fact, the one hungers are killing. Our mother, just a few days ago, somebody was kidnapped. And the family were called that their grandmother had been kidnapped. And the family told the kidnapper, please, just go with her. Because we cannot even eat. Just go, just go. That was how they were forced to release. Because some people, and now look at what I'm hearing in the Senate are passing. If your person is kidnapped and you pay ransom, you go to 7 years imprisonment. You can imagine, with me, the senators, they are the one kidnapping. They are not the one kidnapping.
Yeah. But that's not the issue we're looking at now. Let's concentrate on this political issue.
People on the platform who are paying money to take, they should all drop. I think I've only seen 2 persons. Let me not mention them.
No need.
So that it will look somehow. I only see 1 person. Only one. I mean one.
So,
and if the Southeast is not giving opportunity, let me say the truth before God, heaven and earth. If the Southeast is not giving opportunity to rule now, I think heaven will come down.
So are you saying that there should be zoning to Southeast?
Yes. There is just.
Don't you think credibility is the most important? Everybody is
let us
interested.
Select people from the Southeast and let the Southeast person bring 1 person.
Thank you, sir.
Let them bring 1 person. Not other people who are just jumping. Some of them that already have them. We've been managing for the past 8 years the one we have. We don't know the name of the sickness. We want another sickness again. That you use the people, resources, and tax money to start treating them. We will not allow it. I'm telling you, pastors under my tutorial, under my leadership, all the bishops, sons and daughters of the bishop under me, we are taking this gospel of politics to our pulpit. We are going, and we will do it the way it will go.
Thank you very much. I can see that Archbishop Fred Agedo is very emotional. I told you that probably the reason why we have so many presidential aspirants could be that they think they have the solution to curbing the myriads of challenges bedeviling Nigeria.
Some of them have no wife at home that want to rule Nigeria. Their children, they cannot even control. You are not saying you want to rule how many million? Almost 300 million people. When you cannot control 2 children that you have.
That's another discussion for another day. But let's get the thought of a legal practitioner. Of course, the only woman in our midst, because women have a different approach to everything. Now, before we allow her comment, let me give you this background again. Now, Governor Fayemi, chairman of the Governors Forum,
APC governor, not just governor.
APC Governors
Yes.
Forum, has also declared Akpabio, the Minister of Niger Delta, a former governor of Akwa Ibom, has also declared. So many, the Vice President has also declared. Tinubu has so many of them. In the PDP, we understand that PDP already has screened 17 presidential aspirants, and 2 were disqualified, but they didn't mention the names of the 2 disqualified. Though PDP were really busy about the issue of consensus, but that is the way it is for now. So, Dr. Edogo, you are a legal practitioner. Yes. What's your take to this scenario? We've not had it this way. So many people want to be president. We've not had it this way.
Well, under the 1999 Constitution, the law is very clear. If you are an adult of legal age, meaning you should be over 18 years, you have a right to vote in an election. Yes. And then, of course, upon fulfilling certain criteria, you also have a right to stand to be voted for or elected into a political office. The problem bedeviling Nigeria can be traced back to the nature of political system we are operating. You look at advanced jurisdictions, go and look at how political leaders are rewarded. Then you come back to our own scene and discover for yourself. How can you expect, how can you imagine Nigeria to get better when the criteria for collecting just nomination form is so big? You are talking about 100 million for some parties. A civil servant that has labored and has not stolen money from any source cannot cough out that kind of money. A young graduate that has vision, energy for Nigeria cannot vomit that kind of money. Even for political office holders, if your hands are clean as it ought to be, you cannot vomit that kind of money. So when you are saying things are difficult in Nigeria, things are falling apart, go back to the background. We are all creating an atmosphere whereby corruption, poverty will continue to go over and over again. It's more or less like a circle. With the amount involved, the nature of politicking involved, only those that have eaten Nigerians' money before can actually cough out the money required for the next election. Those that their hands are clean, they can't afford it. And by doing that, you are placing Nigeria back in the hands of those that have brought it to where it is. See politicians circulating themselves, no new face, no new name. The same persons that have held different positions are still coming out as though Nigeria is their private property. I will tell you today, if a man calls out 100 million to buy expression of interest form, perhaps he uses half of that amount also to campaign and do all that. He's not going there to work. He's basically going there to reward, to eat the reward, to retrieve the benefits of his hard work, because it's like a business. He has invested so much, he must make it back. You can't expect that kind of person to be accountable. If the person is an accountable person, in the first place, he can't provide that money. So we should go back to the drawing board. We are missing it. Nigeria, where it is. So everybody, they are finding any way to escape. Escape for your life. They are all living. Poverty is increasing. Inflation is unimaginable. If you go to market today, you price 2,000 naira. If you go tomorrow, it's 2,500. Jobs are not being created. Youths are graduating, no job anywhere. Even when they are not employed, they are paying taxes of all types in different places. The same persons that took us to where we are. A country that God took his time to bless. We are so richly blessed with all resources, but at the end of the day, you have the highest number of poverty in this part of the world. They should go back to the drawing board. The institutions set down by our leaders cannot create a free and fair atmosphere to get a free and fair election, to get credible participants. A man that has sweated for his money, a man of integrity cannot partake in Nigerian politics, where they move up and down at night. All you do is you are paying money, you are paying money. You are not selling to them your dreams, your qualities.
But I don't know, is it wrong to move at night?
Yes, now.
It is wrong.
Yes,
no, a responsible family man,
yes,
or a responsible family woman will not be moving up and down at night. Night is for those doing obscure activities, criminals. That's just the truth. When you talk about godly hours, ungodly hours. But in Nigerian politics, if you are not ready to be moving up and down at night,
forget
you are not yet ready.
No.
If you are not ready to be pouring money everywhere in Nigerian politics, yes, it's money that you don't say, oh, I have this dream for Nigeria. I will know it's the money you are giving. You are giving party members.
Yes.
How can we get it right? Nigeria, we are on the edge. Things are falling apart. People are suffering. People are passing through the Sahara Desert. They are running away. And we have elections next year.
Yes.
Instead of us to now go back and say, to keep this country, let's move forward. Let's go back and look at the criteria. Free and fair elections. Young people, vibrant people should get it easily to participate. No. To remove all the credible persons, to remove all the persons that have not eaten public funds, to remove all the young minds, you go and make the amount very high to start, so that if you have not stolen money before in your life, you can never get there. Then the nature of politics, there are so many things we are getting wrong.
Okay.
And so it's not encouraging, it's not something that I'm excited to see 2023 elections coming, the same procedures they have done over the years, they are repeating themselves. I think we should go back to the drawing board.
Thank you, Dr. Eboigbe Edogogo. She has been able to make some very, very valid points. But let's get the thought of Apostle Casey Chuku. It's the time for the youths. But what's your take on what is happening now?
Well, I want to thank my father,
Okay.
Archbishop. After you're welcome, sir. Ego, sir, in 2023,
Yes.
if the right person is not put in power, you will wake up and discover that you are the only one and your cameraman that's remaining in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth.
Terrible.
Yes.
That's not a prophecy.
I'm telling you, people will leave this country in 2023 for these politicians because we are ashamed. How can you see a governor who have not been able to pay civil servants in your state? These are facts. Civil servants, you have not been able to pay them, and you are coming out that you want to contest for presidential election.
Rule the whole nation.
That is witchcraft in high places.
Yes.
And Nigerians are listening to such a person, and a party will even be happy to want to adopt such a person to become a presidential candidate. And all of us will leave this country for them. If they don't want this country to be at peace, because we have suffered enough. We have not even recovered for the past 16 years. Because we are thinking the person coming will make us recover from a good luck Jonathan. Before you know, we left Frapan, we enter fire. And now we don't know where they are taking us to now. Whether they are taking us to the grave or whatsoever. How will somebody bring 100 million to buy form? There is no money to settle party leaders. So that one is another side. For you to know that they have already designed this thing, that no poor man, no honest person will enter that position. Before you will now start settling with dollars. We are where some already settling with dollars. Some already fighting for who will be the party chairman so that he can easily give them this ticket as a president in their party. And we Nigerians, we will not accept that. In 2023 election, I want Nigerians to wake up. This is not one man business again. Everybody should wake up. It is time what happened in EdSARS. I keep saying this. It should take place by December. We should be able to point out we don't need all these people coming. What is Ahmed coming to do? What is he coming to? If he's a respectable person, he will just say to himself, sit down,
no,
bring the king.
Apostle, no, we will not allow you to mention the name of anybody. Just like our legal...
It's not the only one answering this thing.
A legal practitioner has said, once you are an adult, you can vie for any
that means people who are in the grave, who are adults, should contest.
We don't need NSAS protests again. There are other legitimate ways of ventilating displeasure.
How?
You know, can be
How?
Peaceful,
As in
ventilated in a
peace
peaceful way. Okay, but let's allow Apostle to conclude what is opening remarks.
When we talk about NSAS protests, we are not talking about the people that hijacked it. I want you to take that.
Okay.
There were people who came to hijack the NSAS protests.
So that's not the type
Yes, that's not the type we are talking about.
The
peaceful protest. We should come out and be able to look these people into their eyes. You have eaten this country enough. Since 1960, you have been in power. You have ruled my grandfather. You ruled my father. You have ruled me. And you are even ruling my child.
Children.
What are you looking for? Then just tell us to leave the country for you. We should leave the country for them.
We not go leave.
I'm here to see a qualified candidate for this presidential election. Because even the people who are qualified will not even have the money. Let me tell you, whether you like it or not, either PDP or APC is still coming. It's still the same old cargo that are coming. The same old cargo. Look, any young man who is trying to contest, who knows them? Do they have what it takes to win the election?
Have you encouraged the youths to actually participate in politics? Some youths don't even have
the problem we are having is the youth. Is people have PVC.
But some
people have. The truth remains that these wicked people has already enslaved us into hunger. What will I tell a youth who has not eaten money food? What will I tell a youth who is running from his landlord? And I tell the youth that, do you know I can give you 20,000, you can pay your bill and eat. And the youth immediately will turn his back and face the bad side. He doesn't care because the Nigerian government has rendered us useless.
Nigerian government has not rendered us.
They have rendered us useless in the society. I know you will defend them. They have rendered us useless in the society. Do you know how much is house rent? I'm a landlord. I know how much things cost in the market. The last house my tenant collected was 350,000. I still had coach. I was still thinking, what type of job does this person do that he can pay this kind of money? And this is where you hear that people are earning 30,000, 60,000. How do they make the money? How do people survive? You run this place with diesel and fuel. How do you make the money? And our government have folded their hands, and people are hungry, and you think they will not manipulate the election. They will manipulate it. If they don't want to manipulate, they should have, by now, they should have brought electric voting. Just as we have our ATM. They will tell us, look at the people who want to contest. Everybody go to your ATM. Anyone you want to scramble, press it. Majority win the vote. You will see that most of these people that they are displaying, that want to contest, they will not come out. And number two, what I want to make clear, that they should know that if this presidency does not come from the east,
southeast,
there will be a big problem.
Okay, why do you want it to come from the southeast?
Because the southeast has conscience. These are people, we can trace their house, we know their family, but the rest we don't even know where they're coming from. We have credible people in the southeast that can come and rule this nation. Let me tell you, when President Jonathan was the president, do you know that majority of the people in the government seat, top seat, were still northerners? Why? Because they were able to regulate what was happening in the presidency. Right now, we cannot even regulate what is happening there. We have wait and see government. Anything they give to you, you take it. If you cry so much, they'll come after you.
Okay, Apostle Casey, I must interject. The government of the day is not weak. We must control our comments on this platform. I know that it is the personal opinion of my guest, but we must control what we say. But Apostle Casey, you've made a point, and that point is you're talking about that there's need for the presidency to be zoned to the southeast. Yeah. Now, the political parties can make their decision. If they decide not to zone, then people from the southeast can also vie. We understand that the former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, is in the race.
Yeah.
We know that Pius Ayim, a former senator.
The only good name you have just mentioned is that first name.
No, it's not about.
It's only that first name you just mentioned. Leave the rest.
I've not recommended.
Leave the rest. It's only Obi we are seeing.
Is in the race. Senator Korocha is in the race.
No, leave those people.
So many people are in the race. It is for the political. It is for the political parties to make their decisions, and the delegates of the parties.
Let me tell you something. Let me say something.
Okay, quick one.
You have just mentioned a name that have been trusted and tested. No, we are not comparing. We are not comparing.
Yeah, we are not.
A man who has been tested, trusted many years is there. Now I want you to understand something, that we beg the Nigeria's youth and Nigeria's women that this 2023 election, I've already carried out the campaign. Nobody is voting for party. We are voting for a person. They should have it in their mind that we are not coming to vote for party. Let us vote for the right person who will remove us from the struggling we are going through. Look at the debt increase of Nigeria. It's getting higher and higher every day. Protests are no longer genuine. Any form of protest you do today, they will arrest you. If you like, seal your mouth and be walking with a black hat, they will arrest you.
Okay.
I say, what did you see your mouth?
We'll come back to you. But Archbishop Fred again. Now, are you saying, or do you support the position of some politicians that this issue of presidency should be zoned? Or all of them should just go to the field? What's your own opinion?
For the sake of equity,
yes,
and justice, it should be zoned.
Okay.
There is a particular set area or region of Nigeria that have never sit in Aso Rock as a president of this nation.
Okay.
We know it. undermining you and say we should not mention name. If there will be screening for PDP, APC, let it go that way. If they say no, Agado will sponsor somebody that would come. The presidential listing is free.
It's free.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Then the Christians will stay behind. I'm so happy a few days ago I heard that a reverend father in the north is vying for governorship seat. I think in Borno.
Christians,
Yes.
Muslims,
So,
all adherents are free to participate in election. So let's not
put it religion.
yes.
Now let's leave religion. From the people that we have seen, that have spoken, that we have heard, whether they screen or not, whether they want to do dollari or whatever it is, the best we have already known. By age, by articulation, by mental capability and capacity, by exposure, by whatever, I think Peter Obi is the best.
No, we don't want you to. We don't want to campaign for anybody. All candidates will surely go through primary, and the parties, the delegates will select.
Let us give them
the
information.
delegates. No, the delegates will select whoever they deem
the
right.
delegates
But Dr. Edo, now because this issue of consensus, issue of zoning, do you think is the right way to go, or people are free to vie? What's your own position?
Ordinarily,
Yes.
the permanent question is he a Nigerian?
Okay.
We are all Nigerians.
Yes.
And that's what really matters when it comes to choosing a presidential candidate. If it's a normal working society, ordinarily, the only criteria should be, is he a Nigerian? Not is he from the north or from the east. Or just that over the years, we have experienced that this issue of presidency tilts towards a particular sector or ethnic group in Nigeria. And it's a thing of concern. People feel cheated. People feel manipulated. People feel oppressed. How can you have a nation over 60 years of age and there's only one ethnic side that is ruling? All of this creates ethnic problems. And you know, my greatest fear is not whether they are going to zone it to anybody. It's the nature of voting. Our voting system is highly manipulated. That is why you see they can make it 100 million. In all fairness, they are not interested in your vote. Your vote will not count if the nature of system we are using is still the way it is. In the 21st century, when everybody uses an ATM card, where everybody uses a smartphone, you are going to vote manually. Then as you are voting, somebody will should go, everybody will run. Then they will run, they will carry the ballot box, go and burn it. Our system creates the gap, and that is why it is manipulated by those that have. Those that don't have, they cannot manipulate it. They cannot buy their way out. If Nigeria is serious, if our leaders are serious, if they are serious to make a change, they must go back and change the nature of voting. It should be done electronically. Go put your finger impression, the machine counts at once, and people, the whole world will be watching the way it is done in advanced jurisdiction. It's not you come and tell people, come and line up. Then as their lives are shooting gun, their lives are at risk. At the end of the day, there is no way you can say that that election is free and fair. And that is why when they are saying, okay, expression of interest form is 100 million, you will go and buy it because you know you also have the money to manipulate the process. You that have graduated 15 years, you don't have any job, you are even struggling hard to eat, you will not bother to go and be begging for, because you only need to beg for nomination form because you cannot pay. So if Nigeria wants to move forward, if we really want to move forward in this 21st century, all this issue of go and line up and vote with ballot paper, they should stop it. You are not in the Stone Age. You are in the 21st century. Everything is now done electronically. Why is it that it's only when it comes to election we refuse to move forward? We refuse to make progress because those that have hijacked the system over the years, that is the only way they
But do you consider those in the rural areas and the issue of education and enlightenment?
God bless you. The nature of electronic system, I'm saying that when you get there,
yes,
the same way you go and do your NIN,
okay,
do you believe that those in the rural areas, they have done NIN?
They have done
Yes.
it.
They have done it, and it's done electronically.
Yeah.
Why can't they use that same process for the election process? You have MTN, Airtel, they all have machines for registering online. Even those older than maybe up to 80, they are all getting NIN. So why can't they adopt it for Nigeria's election? If they do, all these people that are buying for 100 million, they know they won't go anywhere. Nobody will vote for them. Nobody. So they must put a system in place that they can always manipulate. That is why I tell you, go, you line up, you shout, my vote must count, my vote must count. How many can you monitor? You monitor where you are, they can beat you. Other places,
vote, announcement is made.
Your counting vote announcement is made. And they are traveling with the ballot box. So another can come, throw everything, they will kidnap someone and say, to you announce this result. It's so bad. It's so backward. Okay. 21st century, we should look forward to. Yes. And to be honest, you know why this cry for a particular segment of the society, that over the years, since amalgamation, they have ruled Nigeria in such a way that it is very clear that there are different ethnic groups. In fact, there is a certain ethnic group that now believe that they have been born to rule Nigeria. Yes. They must rule Nigeria. Wherever you go to, all the top offices, they are there. And we are supposed to be a federation. We are supposed to be one nation. We are supposed to be united. If over the years you have created that dichotomy of an ethnic group superior to the rest, is it now many of the minority groups feel the only way they can now rectify is by vote zoning, which ordinarily should not be so. But we are praying. Everything is still in the hands of our leaders. We can cry from now till next year. Things are hard. Things are difficult. It will only get worse. That's just because they don't care. Now you see how soon they are on strike. Is the children of the average man, the poor man, that are going to those schools. Those that have really sucked Nigeria dry, political officers, their children are abroad. Yeah? Their children are abroad.
You're talking about the ASU strike now.
Yes. So the truth is that we must operate a system that is fair to every person. And that is why you see in the advantage, even if you are a cleaner, you have respect, you have dignity. But if you are poor, you may die of your poverty. Yeah. So except they bring a measure that they will know, those politicians will know that the people will vote their conscience. So they will start consciously doing the right thing. Except they bring that kind of procedure, Nigeria, things will remain the way they are.
Okay, thank you, Doctor. We'll come back to you. Now, Professor Casey, you made a point. You talked about the Southeast. Yes, I don't think anybody is against that. But the Southeast, are they ready for consensus? Are they ready to say, oh, this is the man we are projecting to represent us? We have so many people from the Southeast vying for the same position. Don't you think this negates their interest? I want to comment on that.
When we look at people's advantage, we also look at disadvantage.
Yeah,
also.
You're right. Okay.
These Southeast, they are people who have money conscience. You understand? They can betray the brother for money. Some of them, not all, some of them. You know, last time my father-in-law spoke something about that they should be united, but so many of them took it for granted. At a time like this, it's a time all Southeast should come together and say to themselves, let us tell ourselves the truth for once. Let us leave politicking. Who is qualified to give us a better Nigeria? Let's put this person there. But because of their personal selfish interest, because of they are going there for what they are going to gain, how to loot the country, they will not want to focus. You will still see them backstabbing their own brother because they want to get money. It doesn't concern them. After I have collected my money, this one will not enter as far as it didn't get to me. But I think with what is going on now, everybody is getting enlightened. Okay. Everybody is knowing the truth. Everybody knows where to go to. Everybody even know that if you bring the wrong person in 2023 election, it's going to be a problem. And people does not mind voting for a goat. Instead of the wrong person to be there. The Nigerians has wake up to that level. They now know everything. Thank God for social media. Everybody's enlightened. Nobody's listening to news again or what is on newspaper. Everybody on social media reading on their own.
Social media can give wrong information.
It doesn't matter. We have videos. Video cannot give wrong information. There are videos you cannot play on your station, but social media will play it. So we know what to select. We know what we are seeing. We have seen gunshot in some certain place where they are ruling. We know where the gunshot is coming from. So we don't need we know you will not carry that news. You will not. So that they don't come and fire your television station. But the truth remains that Nigeria has woke up. Anybody they want to bring, they should bring it. We are waiting for them. If they bring any political party who love his political party, should be able to bring the right person for Nigeria. That's the way.
It's in the mind of the youth.
Yes, on the mind of the youth. Because if you bring anybody that already have a fire of corruption, man, nobody will go for that person. I think the Southeast.
And if you have been in presidency before, don't make an attempt to say you want to take over from your boss.
There can be continuity.
No. Anybody who has
continuity, what have we gained from it?
Anybody who has failed.
But don't you think when somebody
is it not when dance is good that you spray the dancer? Not be when dance good for her, not be that they give money. What is continuity? That we should not start buying bag of fry at 100,000. And petrol should go to 1,000 a liter. What is continuity? What are you saying? No matter what anybody that have been in power is saying now, they are deceiver from the pit of hell.
No, I disagree with you.
I would like to add this. Let me trip in this.
Before you trip
anytime you see them.
Now, don't you think experience counts? So it's not good for you to negate anybody.
We don't want experience
now. A quick one, Apostle.
Okay.
Quick one.
Anytime you see them, ask them that if they employ somebody in their various company, and they discover that the person is a criminal, the person has looted the company, and now they discover that this person, you have been bad influence to this company. And will the person have a right to bring somebody who will succeed him in that office?
Okay, anytime we see the candidates, we'll ask them.
We'll ask them. Answer the question with your office. Will you allow anybody to?
Okay. No. Now, a quick one to round up. Now, don't you think even the electorates are part of the problem? The electorates are allowed to be induced, cash inducement in election. How do we stop that?
The truth is that I don't blame the electorate.
Okay.
I blame the system. The system that permits corruption. The system that creates gaps. A system that is so porous, that makes it very easy for electorate to be induced. Is that system my blame, not the electorate? If you have a very credible way of ensuring elections are done without any external influence, you can give somebody 100,000. When he gets there, you are not there, he will vote who he wants to vote for. So our system generally is porous. In Nigeria, the problem we have is not lack of laws, but lack of implementation. Crime is everywhere. Can you say that we don't have enough laws to check crime? We have the laws. Even for these elections, there are enough laws criminalizing election malpractice. Yeah. But have these laws ever been implemented? Are there measures on ground to implement it? Man in a state of nature without rules is like an animal.
Yeah.
It's very wicked.
Yeah.
So when you say, you cannot just talk to them and say, please don't be induced. And the person, look, there is no form of punishment. There is no measure to catch him when he's induced. He will do it and do it very happily. So if you want to stop electoral malpractice, if you want to stop inducement in election, we should go back to our enforcement systems. We should go back to our enforcement systems, because if those enforcement systems are not there, Nigerians, human beings for what they are, they will be induced. And they will thank God for getting that money and say that is their own benefit.
Thank you, Doctor. Well, I'm going to come back to Archbishop now. Now, Archbishop Fred Agedo, insecurity in Nigeria is alarming. And so many persons are saying, if this insecurity is not tackled, it might affect even the conduct of the election. So, now, what advice you have for the government on tackling this insecurity?
Is it advice?
Yes.
It's not advice that you need now. It's an action. There are two things. When you go to church, some people say church ought not to take money. But I tell people who come to me, if you come for prayer, I will pray. It's free. But if you say work for me, because Bible says work and pray. If you say work for me, as a prophet, I will not use my money to buy candle or buy olive oil and give you. So let us get it right. There is no way insecurity will stop. Because stealing started even when Jesus Christ was on earth. Even when Adam and Eve were there, it cannot stop. Sometimes jealousy, hunger. Now, let's leave jealousy because we cannot define it very well. Yes. But if you say hunger, a person when he belly full, he dey go look for wetin go thief again.
No.
What if the stomach is hot? If the stomach is hot, what do you expect him to do? They know there is also a risk between life and death. But funny enough now, they are not doing it with all impunity. Nothing happens. So since there is no punishment,
there's punishment. Some persons have been punished.
No. If that punishment is what it is, that I take about 100 billion, that you are sending me to 3 months imprisonment, I will take more. I will take more.
Yeah. Okay, you're talking about plea bargain.
Yes.
Okay, the lawyer now needs to explain that.
If you now say it's only police that will arrest me after bail, everything is gone, you settle out of, I will take more. I'm telling you the truth. So if somebody pointing gun on you before now, I go, sir, you are a bit old, I know you are not of our age.
Yes.
When I'm robber, I want to rob, they go to highway only in the night. Is it happening in the night again now?
No.
Now, anybody even picking gun to go to highway now, is it not kidnapping? Now, the kidnappers, are they looking for a motor on the highway? They go to schools. They know that will pay more. Now, the only train we were saying, train for the first time we are seeing in Nigeria, is it not what they now blast? People are still in the forest. Has they been rescued? So, and now invest their money. I was bleeding a few days ago when I read on social media, a particular community were asked to pay 400 million by the tourists. If not, they will remove one of their ear.
And we have a government.
And now they now pay 250 million.
Okay, we cannot substantiate that.
Let's read that. So there is no way anybody can sort out issue of insecurity when there is hunger in the land.
So your advice now is that hunger must be tackled.
That is it now.
Okay.
That's why you talk
Thank you, Archbishop. Now, Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Now, looking at what Archbishop just mentioned, some persons believe that is actually fueling corruption. This plea bargain. This plea, is it part of the Constitution? Is it really supposed to be a plus to our judicial system in terms of fighting corruption as a way of curbing? Because it is believed that has also led to insecurity.
Well, the issue is that our first problem is that when you are prosecuting a criminal matter, what you require is proof beyond reasonable doubt.
Okay.
And it is it's an uphill task to prove that an offense was committed beyond reasonable doubt. If there is any element of doubt, it will be resolved in favor of the victim, or the accused rather. And so you can see that gap. So people say, we saw this man killing this person. At the end of the day, he walks out free. That's one. Then, when it comes to matters in court, it can take years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, so that even those that witness the crime, they have forgotten what happened. Some of them may have died. So, an alternative that the courts, legal practitioners have evolved is that, okay, you committed this crime, let's discuss. Do this, you don't need to stress this matter, you don't need to talk more, just admit you committed it and pay this fine. Okay. It's another way of just trying to resolve issues speedily.
So that's one. It's not contributing to the problem we're having.
And it is not contributing to the problem we are having. Just that, one, it resolves issues speedily. Then two, the element that the prosecutor may not be able to prove the matter, prove the offense beyond reasonable doubt, is also wiped out. So that at the end of the day, instead of just walking scot-free, you would have paid a fine. Okay. But the problem in Nigeria is far beyond that. All our systems, judicial system, enforcement systems, they are all porous. Corruption has overtaken everything. I had an experience like 10 years ago. They stole my car. And I went to the police station. They said, okay, you will need to bring money. Let's file the report. Let's buy case file. I was crying. They just stole my car. And I'm told to pay money to buy case file, to file report, to make radios and all that. Nigeria has gone so low that it's almost like corruption is now entrenched in every system. It's almost like that is the norm.
Okay, so how do we tackle corruption? If you
God bless you. We must go back to our institutions. One. Okay. Nigeria, we have the wherewithal. And the truth is that the crime in this country is multidimensional. Yes. In the north, you have extremists, herdsmen, attacks. If you really see the reality of what they are going through in the north, you will look for how to use leg and trek and run out of Nigeria. It is bad. People are dying. Countries that have declared war, they don't have as much casualties as we are having in Nigeria. And it's so bad now that it's like human life really doesn't mean anything again. People just kill. Then you now have those killing for ritual purposes, for Yahoo, crime all over. And the law is very clear. Section 14, the primary purpose of any government is ensuring the security of lives and property. But that has been eluded. If you want to get it right, our leaders know what to do. Nigeria, we have one of the best trained soldiers all over the world, but they are under-equipped. Then even the issue of tribalism comes in. You will see that where the war is very tough, where the crime is very hot, they will select a certain ethnic group to go there and die in the middle. All of this, you are killing their spirits. They don't have enough bulletproofs. They don't have sophisticated weapons. Some months ago, we heard that thieves went to a village. They raided up to 2-3 banks. Broad daylight. How else do you want crime to be so visible? The police, in fact, now criminals at times, they go to a police station and steal guns. We must go back to the drawing board. Put the right persons in position. Put what we call check. Abroad, apart from the police, there are people you can also call. Although those numbers are also in Nigeria, but very few know it. So say, oh, I have this matter with the police station. They are trying to cover up the truth. Please investigate. Nigerians don't know they have that kind of opportunity. There is no checking system. There is no poor enforcement system. Everything, then poverty. Poverty is the bane of any country. Poverty has reduced where people now use their parents to do money rituals. We are having a very serious crime crisis. Use their wives, their spouses, parents that sweated blood to train them. They will use them to make money. And our system is so porous. You see a 15-year-old boy driving Lexus. Our police will do like this. He collect his own, will be thanking God. A child that should be in school, are you not supposed to arrest him and question him where he got the money to buy that kind of Lexus? They go to a club, they use 3 million to buy drinks. Nobody is checking. Everybody's interested in, let me eat the one I can eat. Let me eat the one I can eat. Everybody in Nigeria now, it's like everybody is now personally responsible for his own security. Whether you like it or not, many people drive with guns in their cars because the whole system is porous. So our police system, which is the permanent enforcement mechanism in Nigeria, must be overhauled. There should be enough checks and balances. There should be enough offices to report to. There should be enough financial support. Nigeria is very rich. It's just that what we decide to do with our money is another issue. Yeah. The resources they have put in the military force is not enough. It's inadequate. When I read news, I feel sorry for those Eastern soldiers that die every day. They are not enough. Even, okay, compensation in case he dies in war is not enough. But those that are quelling crime, they will go with machine gun. Okay. So we should go back. Thank you, enforcement systems, all of that should be overhauled. Okay,
Apostle Casey, now security is a big problem because if security is not tackled, the election we are looking at becomes another issue. Now, if you are to advise government, how do we tackle insecurity in Nigeria?
Yeah, you see, we need to go back to nobody is above the law.
Okay.
Because you can't be my oga, you are stealing. I will learn from you. If I know you are stealing 10 billion, me, I'm stealing 10 million. The one close to me is stealing 10,000. It goes like that. That is what has brought us to where we are. Nobody, I want to quickly say this. Somebody said something that, let me tell you, if you think you can go to Governor Obaseki to bring a story to collect money, he says it's a lie. He says you must work for it before he can release one funding for you. That if you think he will come and begin to spray money, like as we have seen some governors who come, they will start sharing money in beer parlor and all that thing. He said the Governor Baseki will not give you 1 naira. You must work for it, and he will see to what you have worked before he pay you. Now, what am I trying to say?
That's what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want.
That's the kind of government that you rule.
Yes.
Now, what are we seeing today? Whereby you see, for example, the CP of a police is telling the boy, this matter, let's just do it like this and kill this matter, collect something from there, let's forget about it. And the boy say, okay, no problem. How will that boy not have mind to do more than his boy? Because he knows that if he's implicated, his boss will cover for him because he has seen his boss do it.
So his boss must leave.
Yes,
that's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've seen where a boss call and say, really, how much do you say they collect? We say they collected about 330,000. He called those people. When he called them, he said to them, so you people went to the operation, you thought I will not know you people collect the money, and you people did not remit. That was my shock. It was not any other thing. I was thinking he was going to tell them, so you people took bribe to do so and something, now go behind back. He was telling them, oh, God never cash now. So now collect this kind of money, now no remit. You understand what I'm trying to say now? Do you know that some policemen, let me use the word, some policemen, they prefer to put someone who stole 10,000 in a prison for 1 year. They will leave you for you to have the mind to go and steal 10,000, 5,000, 3,000.
I will not allow you to complete this.
No, okay, let me round up. No, I said some policemen. But if they see someone who stole 30 billion,
yes,
they'll say correct.
No, I think
then the case is gone. So that's the problem we are having. If we cannot clear all this thing I'm saying now, because you are looking for solution now, you are telling me to hide the truth of the solution. How can we get a solution like this?
Casey, I watched something. I think this.
Your closing remark. Your closing remark.
I watched something. It could be prank. A housewife was walking on the street, and a man who was doing prank came and said, "Just pull your pint and give."
Okay, yes, it was a prank.
I give you 100,000 now.
Yes.
He said 100,000. I say yes. Because the woman put on jab.
20,000.
20,000. Because put on jab, he said, "Will you give me the money there now?" He said, "Look at the money." And the woman put her.
Just make your point. What point are you trying to make from it?
Poverty and hunger.
Yes.
If it's not tackle, you cannot talk about insecurity.
Thank you very much. Closing remark, Dr. Dugo.
Well, God will help Nigeria, and God will bless Nigeria. Our leaders should actually show that they have the positive will to change the situation in Nigeria. Of course, poverty must be tackled. If you want to curb insecurity, poverty must be tackled. The enforcement mechanism must be strengthened to have a better Nigeria.
Closing remark, Apostle Casey.
In 2023, all the youth shine your eye.
What do you mean by shine your eye?
Shine your eye is don't allow them to give you already made car in Nigeria, fairly used car in Nigeria. We don't need it in Nigeria. So shine your eye, vote for the right candidate. Don't vote for party. Vote for somebody who will bring a better life for us and our children and our grand and great-grandchildren.
Thank you very much. He has cleared the air. I want to thank Archbishop Fred Agedo. Thank you very much. I want to thank the legal practitioner in our midst, Dr. Edugogo. Thank you very much. And of course, Apostle Casey Chuku, thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this week's edition of the program, 60 Minutes Nigeria. Our interest here, my guests are interested in the development of Nigeria. They may be emotional, but take the substance. My name is Ego Sagmula. Bye-bye.